Please raise your right hand and do solemnly swear
I, Donald John Trump, do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully execute
that I will faithfully execute
the office of President of the United States
the office of President of the United States
and will, to the best of my ability,
and will, to the best of my ability.
Yep, and that is your president. He has been sworn in. He is now the 47th president of the United States of America. It's really funny. I find him really, really funny. He's also talking about the Jews who are here, who are, of course, sending off Joe Biden. All the pedophiles are here. Let me just share a little bit of what he has to say as we move on.
The systematic rape of children, pedophilia, subversion of a Christian country, infiltration and occupation.
Show going on.
Oh, that's what it is, because they know the real power. He's not the real power. Real power is behind. He's a puppet.
Now done it. 6 million D-chest. He's got them all in one place.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Stu was making fun.
He completely duped.
With all the lies. Stu was trying to be funny with all the lies, saying, yeah, Trump is playing 6D chess for all the morons who think Trump is a real leader. That's why he's making fun of him.
Yeah, let me see if I can share it very clearly.
Okay. Yeah, Ibrahim said, nah, I got shit I got to do, Trump. I'm good.
please raise your hand and repeat after me. I, Donald John Trump, do solemnly swear
I, Donald John Trump, do solemnly swear
that I will
To
faithfully
do everything the Zionists tell me to do.
faithfully execute
the office of President of the United States
the office of President of the United States
and will, to the best of my ability,
and will, to the best of my ability,
preserve, protect, and defend
preserve, protect, and defend
the
Constitution, they
Constitution
don't.
of the United States.
the Constitution of the United States.
So help
See,
me
he
God.
didn't say,
So
see,
help me God.
he didn't say protect and defend. He just said Constitution. You hear that? Because they don't protect the Constitution. The Jays already took over the Constitution. They don't do, because TikTok being banned is illegal. If it goes to the Constitution, that was illegal for them to do it. That was unlawful. Constitution said we got freedom of speech and you don't got the right to shut down any company unless it's committed a crime. TikTok had committed no crime. So what you did was unconstitutional. None of them follow the Constitution. They follow Rothschild and Rockefeller law from 1913. They're all puppets. Go ahead, Joey.
Today's story has been shaking up the political world in a way you wouldn't expect. It involves a bold move from Burkina Faso's president, Captain Ibrahim Traoré, and an unexpected snub to none other than the U.S. President-elect Donald Trump.
Welcome.
You heard that right. The heat is on, and here's why Captain Ibrahim Traoré just rejected an invitation to attend Trump's inauguration this coming Monday, January 20th.
Why would they invite him and not the bootlicks? Because he, even though they don't like him, they want to kill him, but he portrays power. White people love power. They respect the power. They don't respect the bootlicks. You know, the bootlicks do their bidding. They don't respect them, but they put them on buses. They respect him because he portrays power. Go ahead, Joe.
Now, you might be wondering, why would Captain Ibrahim Traoré, the 36-year-old leader who took power in Burkina Faso in 2022, refuse such a high-profile invitation from one of the world's most controversial figures? Well, let's break it down. First off, Traoré's leadership has been anything but ordinary. He came into power following a military coup, promising reforms and a return to stability for his war-torn country.
Shout out to that lady, Eriton had on the morning said, we got to do coups. That's right. She said, Kenya's ready for a coup. Damn right, Kenya's ready for a coup. You're right, lady. Said, we can't be scared of the word coup. She's right. Coup all these niggas.
So, it's no surprise that his international diplomacy is more focused on his country's security and economic needs than symbolic gestures. Now, let's talk about the big news. Captain Traore turned down an invitation from Trump to attend his inauguration as the 47th President of the United States, scheduled for January 20th, 2025. And this wasn't just any diplomatic invitation. It was a personal invitation from Trump, extended in the spirit of reinforcing ties between the U.S. and African
Because he knows
nations.
bullshit. Because
But
they know they,
Traore
like they said, they need Africa. Everybody knows the Africans didn't. Everybody knows they need. The world needs Africa. Africa don't need nobody. This is the Africans, but has not been able to defend itself from all the people coming to steal from her. But Africa don't need nobody. And so you're right.
Exactly
Go ahead,
right.
Joby.
Understanding this because he knows, of course, what they're trying to do. You know, the moment you start attending this, just like John Magufuli said, you go to this event, you look like a beggar who doesn't even understand who you are. They start now controlling you, making rules for you, because the fact you even accept their call means you don't even respect yourself. You know,
Exactly.
Understand who you are.
Rejection is making headlines. Why? Well, here's the kicker. He cites more pressing matters at home, specifically focusing on combating insurgency and securing Burkina Faso's borders. He's making it clear that his priorities lie at home. Now, some of you might be wondering, why is this such a big deal? Sure, international diplomacy is complex, but this is far from just another rejection of a state invitation. Captain Traore's move shows that he's willing to stand his ground and prioritize his nation's sovereignty over international photo ops. And given the ongoing instability in the region, this rejection could signal a deeper message. He's not playing the political game for show. He's focusing on what truly matters. Now, here's where it gets interesting. January 7th, 2025, was a day of pomp and ceremony, celebrating the democratic transition of power in Ghana. President John Mahama was inaugurated amidst a sea of dignitaries from around Africa. But one visitor stood out, and that is Captain Ibrahim Traore.
Yeah, that went crazy when he showed up.
Thank you. Thank you for coming. Yes. Good. Thank you.
Captain Traore arrived not just with his charisma but with a holstered pistol, sparking a mixture of awe, concern, and debate about diplomatic protocols.
Who cares about that? Ain't
This
trying to
move
kill him.
was
He got
seen by some as a breach of security.
Well,
while
so
others
what? So what? He can't be all weak like this. He got to keep his pistol. They just tried to kill him again last week. So he got to keep his shit on him. I got to keep my gun ready in case I got to shoot a motherfucker in the head. So get your diplomatic protocol. I'm the one that's not a coon. I'm the one that's not a puppet. So they're coming for me. So go ahead, Joe.
Of resilience from a leader combating insurgency back home. The attendance of Ghana inauguration by Captain Ibrahim Traore might have forced Trump to also try his luck. However, there's more to the story. By rejecting Trump's invitation, Traore is also sending a message to the U.S. and the West. He's showing that his leadership isn't swayed by foreign influence.
Yeah, stop playing around. Fuck around and find out. You know, that's exactly what he's saying. Following the message. I'm the man.
That's what he's saying.
I control. I make the decisions. I come if I want to. I come if I don't want to. You don't boss me around. And I like this. You know, he's supposed to have like 160.
It's called power, Joby. When you African man hasn't dealt with power.
That type of man will allow actually polygamy to play along as much as actually play as much as bring many wives, because you can take care of them. Number one, you care, you show concern. You're not just marrying and dumping. You don't care about the people around you. You know, that's why people talk today, because we have men who just want to have many women. You can't even take care of yourself. You think you can take care of one? Come on. But as we talk about, of course, Trump's inauguration, a lot has been happening, of course, during the weekend. TikTok ban being one of them, which, of course, we saw being restored within a couple of hours. And I told you, Keith, I'd warned you.
I said it wasn't going nowhere. I said, we'll see. I said, I don't think it's going nowhere. I said, they're too scared now because too many people make too much money on the app. They don't care. They never really realize how many Americans make money on this app. and so they were going to cause, just a reaction from the American people. So I said, everything they do is criminality. And so what TikTok has been doing is waking up a lot of people. I
Yeah,
said that's why it's the most scariest app, because it's not controlled by the CIA. That's where they want control of it. Understand? See, shout out to Alex Jones who named it. You're in the information wars. When you get wrong information, guys, you're cutting propaganda your whole life. You grew up in it. You believe it's the truth. The news, your parents. You don't know your parents don't know shit. They live out the propaganda their parents taught them. But you don't know. So you're growing up in a whole bunch of goopy bullshit. But then when you start getting enough to acquire real information, you become a threat to the way the world works. And so they don't want you to do it. And then you get too much influence. That's why they control the people who get influenced. They're all bootlicks. TikTok allowed everybody to get influence and tell truth, and especially Gen Z, which is the upcoming generation, which right now is the most important generation, them and the millennials, because that's going to be your future leaders of the world. So they need to. So the people that actually run the world through their bloodlines, their families, they wanted to make sure they keep control of the world through their families. And TikTok has put a monkey wrench in that, especially when these white people went and see how the Chinese live. So America's the richest country, but it doesn't look like that anymore because it's been hollowed out. All the money's gone to the top 1% for wars and things for them. While you go to China, which is considered still a poor country, and they live 10 times better than you. So you can actually go to school for $800 a year. And and it costs you like $50,000 a year here to go to school, more than that. So like, what's going on? How's this possible? Because you've been lied to, you've been propagandized to. And then they made announcements to you're just like African people. Now you don't got the money to go travel because you're broke. See that's why they're making 15 minutes. They're gonna keep. See, when you don't travel, you don't talk to other people. You don't know that you've been living under propaganda just like them. When you meet other people, you say, "Oh, they're just like me." It breaks down all the lies, and especially in Africa. Everybody keep telling African people they're different. They keep the tribal shit going on. See, this unity keeps people in power. It's always a divide and conquer. If you got tribalism and division, that's great for the people that run the world and also run the puppets of your country, because that keeps, see, a divided people, that's the majority. Then you can overthrow any government, anybody you want to. With you, that's why they always try to stop unity. Everything's always keep you against unifying. That's their main thing, to divide and keep you separated. To
but
see differences. Go ahead,
mhm.
Joey.
I feel like also Americans have been awakened, especially by this TikTok threat, of course. Like what you're explaining, they've been able to see the Chinese lives, the advancement they have, which is quite surprising to see
Yeah.
Americans being shocked by that. Because if we
Yeah,
people in Africa
they're
see it,
shocked. They're shocked because back in the day, America was the most advanced country. They still believe that, even though they can still, so they don't travel a lot. They can see now. I told people even Canada now looks better than America does now to me. Even though, see, they know they're still the richest country, but it doesn't show. Okay, just like Africa being the richest continent, it's the richest continent, but it's not developed. So that's what you're dealing with now in America. It's the richest country, but now it's falling into disrepair. It's almost like a third world over here. I mean, close to, because they look at China, they thought that was a green screen. Because China actually invested in its people, invested in its, and it went building big militaries and all that other shit, and all these military bases around the world. America has like 700, 800 military bases. You know how much money that costs to run 700 military bases around the world? It doesn't benefit the American people. It doesn't benefit nobody. But the elite who have companies that they go take the military to rob and steal resources from these countries. Everybody with military bases in everybody's country. That's where they rob and steal from. Uh, but that never benefits the American people, because the people that run America are psychopaths and sociopaths. They don't have any damn humanity.
true. But
So,
during the end, some of the things we saw, of course, talking about TikTok still, and how it, because I shared a couple of videos today on my show Americans who are expressing their emotions and how they're going to be really affected. Others talking about how TikTok has enabled them, of course, to have at least, ways of
An
paying
income, an income
extra.
to pay the bills. And for a
Yeah.
Chinese app, Chinese websites now allowed Americans to make money that American app has never done. Can't make the same kind of money doing Instagram. You know, Joe said, "Gonna watch." Can't make money with that shit. Can't make money with that Facebook shit. Not really. Not the way you can with a TikTok. Can't make money with that Twitter shit. Not the same way you could with Instagram. I mean, with TikTok, because it was direct to market, direct to consumer. It's the first amazing thing I ever seen. I said they're gonna take it away just because of that. When I first got on, I said this app is amazing. What? And I said, man, you can make millionaire. You can make millions on this app. I don't think they're gonna allow this shit to stay. But I got what?
I
I said
remember.
that's why this app is not in Africa. That's why this app is not. Imagine the wealth that we made in Africa. People running this app.
But
You know,
Africans have
Shemai just said,
I've also started, of course, calling for their content to be actually paid. I've seen yesterday after, of course, the shutdown in America, Africans were like, they started also doing videos. They're like, you guys have been paying America. We work so hard for our content. You don't pay us a penny. We just
no,
ask
because
for
you don't have any power.
and
And not even a penny. I'm not even talking about making money from the content. The shit you can sell. It's even better the shit you can sell on, not just making money for your content, which is
well,
good too.
well, things you can sell if not maybe if you're live, because I've seen how Africans majority survive. If you maybe you are uh a clothes vendor, or maybe there's some things maybe you're selling, maybe you go live
Yeah,
and then advertise there, put your number, and then people
yeah,
are gonna pay, and you just do the delivery. You'll have to organize yourself, have a delivery person, and then they're gonna
yeah.
deliver where you are,
Exactly.
selling.
You can do it
Unlike
that way. But see,
because you don't
I like in
have
Africa, but they don't give you access to the stores and everything you guys need. Same way it's on my app. That
true.
we got a store and a whole thing. It's not that you can do it now by yourself. But TikTok has a whole infrastructure, Joby, that helps you to make money. It's fucking amazing.
That's
It's a
true.
whole infrastructure. It's a whole infrastructure that they have. That
For us, we make money is how I've explained, and also the gifts, maybe the
yeah, but that's
gifts.
I say yeah, but the gifts don't be enough, man. That'd be bullshit. But actually make a living, real money. So if they brought, see the whole thing, why don't they bring that to Africa? Africa's on TikTok. Why don't they bring it there? I understand they say, well, the infrastructure, and we can't trust Africans. They too criminal. They don't do good business. Everybody's scamming and scheming. You do got to change that. You got to change the African culture that everything's a scam. So you can't do business with motherfuckers always running some kind of scam and looking for a bribe. If there's any kind of bribe, it won't work. Can't be all right. If I don't do this, can I get a bribe? Then you got Africans gonna have to stomp that out. Like you gotta get Kagame credit. You can do it with one. You got to stomp out the chai shit. No, that don't work. That's got to go because it's not trustworthy. You can't do that. But can't say, well, if I deliver, do I get chai? No, you don't get no chai, motherfucker. You do your goddamn job. What are you talking about? You get paid to do the job you get paid to do. You don't get no more money, and it better get done on time. Well, I'm not moving. Can't be like, no, I'm going to get my passport. Take a year to get it, and all that kind of crazy shit. No, motherfucker, it takes 2 days. You better get done because like TikTok has, and for us, like anything I sell on TikTok, I gotta get it there around the world. If it's in America, I gotta get there in 2 days, and if it's globally sold, I gotta get it there in 5 days. Well, I'm done. I'm out. There are rules. There are rules. So that's why Africa doesn't have it. Those rules are rules. They'll get rid of your ass
So
because it make them look bad. Go ahead,
true.
Joby.
Let me share this. Just two people here expressing themselves, and then I'm gonna share another video of a lady explaining how hard it is to work in America. And I feel like in general, it generalizes why Americans need TikTok.
Really not fair that like they're banning TikTok, and I know it's dramatic as hell that I'm crying, but I just seen a video of the girl that made the renegade dance.
I'm gonna survive. This app was literally supposed to be my way.
Yeah. So people are going
That's it.
crazy.
That's in already.
Yeah, people are going
Damn.
crazy We had a 19-year-old man who set a building on fire after TikTok was banned. People are going crazy. So we also have
Yeah.
don't understand how
That's the problem.
America gotta be for you to work hard and still have no fucking where to go. It's just like,
Exactly.
oh my
That's how America
gosh,
is.
when is it all going to end? Like, y'all, it's so bad to the point where even though you work, you more than likely can't even eat every day. Not even 3 times a day. Me, none. Yet they expect us to keep working with a smile on our face. Fuck all of that. I be seeing why people don't fucking want to work. They pay us a little bit of money, but make everything expensive. I'll be damned
Exactly.
if I'm
Exactly.
putting my life on the
Everything's high as
line
hell.
for 14,
Everything's high as hell in America. Don't make any sense. Go ahead, Joe.
$15. And then the whole time, you get hurt or die at the fucking job you're at. So now you didn't fucking wasted your whole life being a hard worker to a company that don't give a fuck about what you got going on. Don't give a fuck that you don't have nowhere to go.
Yeah.
Just don't give a good goddamn. And
Okay, can you guys pause that? Pause that, Joe. Pause that. Can you guys see my phone? Okay, see where? Let me go ahead with that. The business on here, all the products right here. So this is TikTok shop. When you go on my page, right? And when you go on my page, right there, okay. It's all the products that we sell on the network too. So when you go on my page and you go, let me show you. Let me go here. Where's the shop at? Studio phone wait shop. Okay. Shop. Boom. So we're gonna move. Okay, so it's Black Hi-Fi Network shop, right? So all this right here is set up, right, to sell. There's certain rules I gotta do, but not even just this right here. Now, if I want to sell other people's products, right? I'll go. Where's the other one at? Oh, shit. Where the hell's that shit at? So it's the way you go in here and you become just an affiliate and sell other people's shit. I'm signed up to that goofy shit too. Let me see what that is. Go up here. So a lot of people are just doing this right here. So my seller's account. Give me a second. Seller's account. Where's my Oh, hold on. I know I got it. Hold on. Give me a second. I'm trying to hold 2 phones at the same time. Give me a second. Hold this one here. Do this. Go here to my create. TikTok. Go here to my create updates. Maybe this is it. Trying to get to the damn shop. Where all that other shit is at. All the other shit at. Monetize. Man. There's a whole shop on here, guys, that oh, okay, let me go system notification. Okay, here we go here. Okay. People ask me to So when people ask me to invite them to go, so they'll invite me here to sell their shit, right? I don't even look it up. I don't got time to be going here selling. So this way here they ask me to too much spam. So they ask me to sell all this other shit, right? So they ask me to go in here, add this, all this other shit. They ask me to sell for them, and they'll send me a free app. I mean a free sample, right? They send me a free sample of all this shit they want me to sell. So these guys are asking me to, can I please try to sell this shit for them? All this other shit. See? They're asking me to sell all this other shit. I don't even go in them. This shit got months ago. I did it. I mean, I was doing that shit. Remember early last year? That shit, man. I ain't got time. My house was getting filled up with all these sample products. I ain't got time to put all this shit nowhere. But it go on forever, right? All these products they asking me to sell for them and shit. This shit, oops. I hit the wrong. Anyway, I hit the wrong. But anyway, that shit would go on forever. So TikTok, TikTok allowed you to make an income like a motherfucker. If you was good at it, especially if you're a pretty woman like a Joby that she might get them to sell this shit, you make millions doing that shit. You know, because you be thirst trapping that motherfucker to buy some shit. You know, so women and right, women always. They already did the studies, Joby. Women sell shit better than men.
I know that.
Right.
That I know for sure. But still, with all that going on, this is how it's literally it's giving all planned, you know, and that's why I loved Stupidus saying that this is giving all a puppet show, you know, nothing much, just a puppet show. So we also saw a pre-inauguration party for President Trump, of course. That was before he was elected, or rather inaugurated. The president-elect Donald Trump, current president. We saw a pre-inauguration party. We had some Black Americans, artists who
Yeah,
performed.
they getting called out. Yeah, Nelly. I know Nelly and Snoop. They being called out as coons. I don't know.
So let me share this first, and then I'm gonna share, of course, some.
But Nelly ain't got no choice. I understand. Nelly ain't had a hit in 25 years. He's irrelevant. By Snoop, Snoop is still doing commercials. They put him in movies and TV shows. Even though he ain't had no hits, he's had a stream of income. He's been a bootlicking coon, making TV movies and TV shows and commercials. Snoop Dogg is still everywhere. Mm-hmm. But Nelly, you ain't seen Nelly do shit in 25 years. What? They want me to do Trump and Nara. How much they pay, nigga? We gonna pay you $5. Shit, I need them $5.
Nelly's a new dad in town. I mean, you just had a baby with Ashanti.
Well, they need money. You see Ashanti? Ashanti tried to do a concert, guys. Remember how big Ashanti was back in the early 2000s? Ashanti only sold like 25 tickets. 25. In America, 25 tickets. Exactly, Joby. She tried to do I go out on tour. And Joe, see if we can pull this up. See if we can pull this up. Okay. People say Ashanti, say music singer or no R&B singer Ashanti cancels concert because low ticket sales. Let's do this. Say R&B singer Ashanti cancels concert tour because of low ticket sales. But people broke. You ain't got no money. Listen, you sing your old ass shit. People broke, Joby.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I see Ashanti concerts get cancelled after selling 24 tickets. Damn.
Let it rain. It's raining on her ass with nobody coming. Rain on me.
What's up, roommates? It's Justin Carter here from the Shade Room. Listen, TikTok, they are throwing Donald Trump a party for Inauguration Day. Apparently, he saved TikTok. So let's see what's going on.
Y'all really ready to go and say, yeah.
Remember the shade room was run by these coon ass Nigerian niggas. Remember that now. These are not black. These are coon ass Nigerians that run that shit.
It's also a dishonor to the black community.
You know that, Joby? You know that?
I didn't know that. I didn't know Shade Room was run by some Nigerians.
Yeah, they once created it. Yeah.
Man who would refuse to rent to black people in the 1970s. He tried to lead a lynch mob against 5 black and brown kids in the 1980s for the Central Park case, who refused to allow black casino workers to have a prominent place in his casinos in Atlantic City in the 1990s, who spent 5.5 years lying about Barack Obama's birth certificate in the 2000s.
Barack Obama's just been good.
We're not defending no Barack Obama, you bootlicking coon. We don't care what he done to Barack Obama and Michelle about supposedly talking about getting divorced and all that old dumb shit. We don't care about that either.
Oh yeah, they're getting divorced. Yeah, okay.
No, they didn't say they were getting divorced. That's the rumors out there. I don't believe it. Who was Michelle without? Who was Big Mike without Obama? Nobody. I don't believe that shit. Remember, she's not sure because as the president, And the first lady, you're supposed to show up, Joby, to all future inaugurations. That's your job as a former president. So no matter if you like him or not, that's your stately duty to show up and just be there when every president gets inaugurated, until you die. That's just the way you do it. So she's being ghetto. I'm not going to none of that. I'm not dealing with none of that shit. And so they're saying that, Obama's pissed off about it, and we know Obama, Obama probably wants some more white thing up in him. So, hey, who cares? Whether they get divorced or don't, does it really matter to black people? Did they do anything to black people? No. Who cares? That's just the rumor mill, Joby. That's the rumor mill saying.
Okay. That's why he's been booed. He was just getting into Trump's inauguration and people are just woo.
Well, he's there. Yeah, well, he's there. He's got to be there. Remember, that's his stately function as a former president. All former presidents who are alive have to attend the next inauguration every 4 years. That's just protocol, right? It's protocol. So whether he wants to be there or not, that's just the way it's done out of respect. So he looks weird when his wife says she's not going to show up. She's breaking protocol, or she's breaking protocol by not doing that.
In office, and then attacked black people like Colin Kaepernick, who attacked Ruby Freeman and her daughter Shay Moss for simply doing their jobs as Fulton County election workers. You dishonor those people when you go and perform for this man.
Whenever you got these bootlicking Nigerians, shut up, niggas. Stop trying to take African. We didn't even. You ain't heard Colin Kaepernick since he got paid out by Nike 10 years ago. You ain't seen or heard of him doing no activism and being in nobody's community at all. I told you Colin Kaepernick was a scam. He was a mixed Negro to begin with, white mother, black father. I said this is all fake, phony, baloney shit. Proven right again. That when Nike paid his ass out, where's Colin Kaepernick been fighting for black people? You ain't even heard of his ass. If it's a Joby, I know Joby don't even know that name. That's how long his ass been off the scene. Because it was a scam. So why bringing that scamming dude back up in your mouth? Who's against Colin Kaepernick? I'm against Colin Kaepernick, nigga. See, whenever you get these bootlicks, these Nigerian bootlicks that don't understand African American culture and try to glam onto it because they wasn't here to fight these fights, with white people that the African Americans had to fight. Shut the fuck up. You don't know the culture. You don't know what you're talking about. You're late to the party. See, that's why I told you the shade room is dangerous. Shout out to most black Americans turn their back on that shit. That's not us. Don't try to cosplay our culture and speak for us when you don't know the context behind it. Shut your goddamn mouth. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Stop trying to speak for black America. Speak for that Nigerian shit. We don't try to speak for you. The idea you motherfuckers keep trying to speak for us is insane. Me calling you out. Shut the fuck up. You don't speak on behalf of us, you bootlicking coons. Y'all be like you Nigerian niggas and you Jamaican. You don't speak for us. You didn't fight these fights. So shut your mouth talking about who we should be upset about and who this and all that. You don't speak for us. You don't see Americans trying to talk about what Nigerians should do. Black Americans, I say, you Nigerians should stop skin bleaching. Hey, that's your thing. Float your boat. But don't cosplay us. Try to tell you he went against Colin Kaepernick. All of us are going against Colin Kaepernick, no good ass now. What is you talking about? Where is he at? Let's do this, Joe. Let's ask Google, say, where is Colin Kaepernick at now? I like to know. He damn sure ain't no black community. Because Joby been here almost 5 years. We ain't did no story on his ass in 5 years. Well, what has he done? His name is Colen. How the hell you guys spell Kaepernick? I don't know how to spell that last name. K something. Colin Kaepernick. Where is he at now? Let's see. I like to know.
You said Colin.
Yeah, Colin Kaepernick.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Carter's funeral. Yeah, that was another thing. That protocol she missed too, Ross. She didn't show up for the funeral of former President Carter either.
Say
he was a good guy.
Kaepernick. Working towards returning to FNL
What? He can't be turned on. And if he old as shit, Joby, is that true? Is that how old is that article, Joby? How old is that article there? He trying to return no football. He's too damn old. He been out 10 years. Okay, that's how you spell Kaepernick. Okay, that's how you spell it right there. Joby already got it. Not all Jamaicans, not all what time it is. That's recent, Joby. That's a recent article.
Yeah, this is 2nd of October 2024.
Wow. So what does it say he's doing?
They're saying Colin Kaepernick still pushing to return to NFL. As you can see, there will never be.
How's he pushing to the NFL? The dude's been gone for like 10 years, Joby. Why is he fighting for justice for black people? That's what he's talking about. He's still trying to get in the NFL. Do me a favor, Joby. Say, how old is Colin Kaepernick? You can't come back and play football like you're like 40 years old. How old is that dude? He's still trying to play football. Get out of here. But we upset about him. He's still trying to get in the football league. Get out of here. Hey, I'm not saying all Jamaicans, George. You know most of Jamaicans are coons. Joby don't like when I say that, but you know the facts. That's why most of Jamaicans get mad at you for waking up, George. You know they don't like you in Canada for waking up.
37.
You're 37. You're too old, Colin. People retire from football at 35. You're too old, nigga. 37. You watched you. How you gonna return to football at 37? You old.
John Mosquito, you didn't even get the name right, so please get out of here, please. You didn't even get the name correctly. You didn't get the name correct.
I didn't know I spelled that shit either, General Mosquito. I didn't know I spelled that shit. You got it wrong. I knew you got it wrong, General. I might not have known the shit, but I know you got it wrong.
I need to say more, but as you still continue saying Trump will say this, of course, before inauguration about Martin.
But let me say something. See, that's why these goofy Nigerians. Why are you speaking black culture to us when you don't even understand the context? Shut the fuck up. We're not telling you about what Burna Boy should do. We're his kid. That's your shit. That's right. When Burna Boy's walking on stage looking a little fruity, we don't say no. We say you. Hey, Nigerians, Burna Boy's walking a little funny. What's going on? We don't put it out there. We tell you, that's your man. You handle that.
Crazy, but let me say this.
Transparency and accountability to government. We will also reverse the overclassification of government documents, and in the coming days, we are going to make public remaining records relating to the assassinations of President John F. Kennedy, his brother Robert Kennedy, as well as Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., and other topics of great public interest. It's all going to be released, Uncle Sam. He's not
going to release nothing. Was that his first time, Joe? This is his second inauguration. That was his first inauguration, right? When he said he's going to release all the information, he never released none of that shit.
I guess so.
I think that was the first day. He was just showing you how he lied. We're going to talk about Martin Luther King's assassination and John F. Kennedy. We're going to tell the truth. He didn't release none of that shit. All lies.
Yes, indeed. A lot of people don't know Alberta King. That was Dr. King's mother. They walked in church and assassinated her. 6 years after, they had some coon. They put up some coon to do it. Okay. Some Negro who was supposedly a black Hebrew Israelite. And he walked in church and shot Alberta King. Killed King's mother. That was strategic. 6 months after Dr. King died, his brother A.D. King was found drowned in a swimming pool. All right. And his wife came out and said, listen, nigga, this is an assassination. That's how much they hated King. But remember, J. Edgar Hoover told y'all a long time ago, we must prevent the rise of a black messiah. And part of preventing that rise is wiping out his whole bloodline. Who gave birth to this nigga? Take her out, because we don't want her producing any more Dr. Kings. Take her other sons out. Take
what is this? This is all phony bullshit he's talking. This is all nigga nonsense. He's either paid or he's a moron. The King family is part of the Black Boule clan of Atlanta. This nigga's a moron right here. They are part of the power elite put up there by white people. King's whole family is sponsored by white power. So if they did kill him, they were just sewing up to kill the rest of the family. They were just getting rid of it because the tool was already done. Once they break the tools, they get rid of you. And use you as a tool. So this shit he's talking about is absolute nonsense. This is to keep you thinking the King was some hero. Go back and study his family. His real name ain't even Martin Luther King. It's Michael. They changed his name to the guy Martin Luther, who ran away from what? The Catholic Church. Remember the guy, the Reformation? That came from Martin Luther, the white German guy. Martin Luther. So later on, his dad changed his name to Martin Luther King. So anyway, and he was chasing white women in college. Their whole family is Boule, fam. Boule. So we know if you guys know what the Black Boule is, it's the flunkies that the white people use to keep black people all fucked up and ignorant. So King's family is all Black Boule. This is a fact. You go back to his sorority. Put this up, Joe, real quick. Say what fraternity was Dr. Martin Luther King part of? These are all these goddamn handkerchief head black Greek morons who are part of the Boule.
Martin Luther King Jr. was a member of the Alpha fraternity.
Boule. See, this moron didn't mention the Boule. Oh, they was after clear the whole bloodline. He's the Messiah. You don't get out of here with that fuck nigga shit. You fucking moron. Whole family is Black Boule. Now, if Google don't get now, you still can find this on Google. I'm sure they hit it now. Say, take that fraternity, Joby, real quick, and ask Google real quick. Say, name that fraternity. Say, is this fraternity known as part of the Black Boule? Boule's Boule, service to the King. That fraternity there. We know all these fraternities were created by crackers, and they're part of Boule. But and that's one of the main ones. So let's ask right there. Is whatever the name of that fraternity, is that part of the Black Boule? It's a conspiracy theory that they're part of the Black Boule. Yeah, B-O-U-L-E. B-O-U-L-E. Meaning service to the King, service to the white man.
Saying Alpha Phi Alpha is a historical African American fraternity that was inspired by Sigma Pi Phi, also known as the Boule.
The Boule. So he's directly with the Boule. None of that handkerchief head nigga said none of that because he's a disinformation agent. I've studied all these cats. I need to go deep again in all this shit. His whole family were agents. What you had with Martin Luther King was a psyop. That's why we're fucked up today. Everything he did was to get us back in this integration. Remember, we lost all our schoolings. At that time, black Americans could speak good English and no math. Now everybody's a fucking moron running around here dumbed down. Because we had our own schools. We were separate. And so that was a threat to white power. Because the black women were churning out such high educated children. It's in their damn own documents. And then he was a countermeasure to Malcolm X, the real leader. They need a countermeasure. They gotta have Malcolm X is too real. He's talking about overthrows. We gotta get a softer Negro. They're talking about, can we all get along, hold hands, and want to fuck white coochie? Yeah, that's where we need to get. That's where like people like Trump and all these other right-wing wackos always got love for Martin Luther King. Because he told you don't fight. He told you don't pick up the arms and knock a motherfucker in the head with it. See, remember when Joby a month ago showed you the Black Panther, part of the Black Panther movie with those guys had guns? Remember, they were at odds with Dr. King. Dr. King said, I don't understand why the young brothers got to have the guns and do this. Because we knocking crackers in the head. That's why. We don't want to listen to you preaching and singing songs, nigga. That's why. We don't listen to this feel good preaching. We don't want to hear that fuck shit. Of course, And then they also wrapped him with Gandhi, right? You guys never grew up. We never grew up knew Gandhi was a vicious racist, a pedophilic ass racist against black people. We talk about, yeah, Dr. Martin King studied the teachings of Gandhi. Because then I might as well make Gandhi a hero. Yeah, because that's how propaganda works. See, we started with propaganda. So we were fed propaganda all these years. PSYOPs. And so all these years we've been worshiping Dr. King. What has it done? What is his contribution? What are his fruits? Everybody that came out of the civil rights movement, you know, was an Uncle Tom Coon. You can't name me one righteous person that was fighting for black people that was with Dr. Martin Luther King. Not one. All of them was sellout and bootlicks. You got one that married a little boy that we showed you, his right-hand man married that little white boy. He adopted the white boy so he can keep fucking him. You mean Dr. King didn't know nothing about that? That's his right. Joby's my right hand at Black Empire. You don't think I would know she's fucking some little white boy? Hey, man, why a little white boy around you all the time? What the fuck going on?
We know everything, so yeah.
So, and then he told me that I Have a Dream speech that was written by who? The J. Go back and study Dr. King. Who brought him to power? Oh, the cats with the hats. These are facts. The cats with their hats, right? They brought him to power. They funded all that shit. It's a fact. Anyway, he had Judge Joe Brown said, well, we really wasn't with that Martin Luther King shit. We sure wasn't in L.A. We said, hey, man, don't bring that bullshit over here. We don't want to sing songs and walk around the street and hold crackers' hands. That's not us. We getting butchered and murdered out here. We don't want to sing songs to Jesus and hold no fucking crackers' hands. That's out. We ain't with that. And so he was a psyop because remember, black people were doing so good by ourselves. Whenever we left alone, we always elevate. Always. That's our nature. So black America at that time, we were elevated. We had towns all over the country separate. And they were all successful. That's why we showed the movies with them burning us down, killing us and shit. Talking about, hey, this nigga got a piano in his house. I ain't got no piano. Let's go kill these niggas, right? So it was always the jealousy, because when we left alone, and remember, majority of black people didn't want to integrate. They said we were the majority, and that's what all you got the youth tell you. They all on TikTok, man, I think this integration was wrong. Yeah, because it was a psyop to help the Jays, because they use black people as cannon fodder. They put us out there to fight these fights. So they would make these laws against discrimination, but really against them. Not us, because we still get discriminated against, right? We still get knocked in the head, shot in the face. And so that's what you've seen happening. And they gave you a side with the loving of Martin Luther King, and his whole fucking mission was fake, phony. It never did. It put us back in the hole. We're worse off today than when we were then, and that's a fact. The real revolutionary was Malcolm X. That's why they tried to erase Malcolm X's history. If you guys remember that, we grew up. Most people my age didn't even know when we was young. Didn't know who Malcolm X was. His writings, his story, all this. Wasn't no YouTube yet, so you didn't hear what he had to say. And then when people started hearing Malcolm X say, "God damn, this the real one here," not this. Hey, I love somebody. Malcolm X said, "Yeah, we're peaceful, but if you fuck with us, we'll knock your ass out." And it's about power, not about being everybody's buddy. Like I said, we gotta have power. We don't got time to be everybody's buddy. So, so we also found out King had a little white girlfriend. She wouldn't marry him because he was a nigga at Boston University. These are facts. And Harry Belafonte told you in the 60s, during the civil rights movement, he was married to Coretta Scott King, the black woman, but he was still want that white coochie. He said they was in New York at his house. And MLK was like, man, I'm just reminiscing about my white girlfriend when I was in college. Still thinking about the white booty that got rid of his ass. Right? He married. You reminiscing about white booty? Ain't you married with 3 kids now? To a black woman? Or you still think about the white booty that you lost in college up in Boston? The parents said, You can't marry this nigga. This a nigga. And that's a no. Right? So that's why they never want to go back and tell you MLK's. Isn't it funny? They want to love him. Why don't they ever go back to his history? Whenever they make a movie, they never start at that civil rights movement shit. They never take you back to college, back to his childhood. None of that shit. So it's all a psyop. They don't want to tell you his whole history. Because then pops up what Joey just showed you, the boule. They say, well, goddamn, who are the boule? Who are the boule? Joey don't know the boule here. You motherfuckers know who the boule is, and his family's directly attached to the boule. So we know boule is how they cultivated their coons. Okay? That's how they cultivated their coons, Joey. It's an organization of coon-ass niggas.
Yeah,
That's the way the white man would cultivate them.
Yeah, I see there are plenty. We have the Sigma Pi Phi, which was founded in 1904 in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
Yep.
This was the first Black Greek letter organization for professionals. And then we have the Alpha Phi Alpha, founded in 1906 at Cornell University. And this was the first intercollegiate Greek letter organized for Black college students. We have relationship, which says the relationship, I think, between the both. They're saying that the Alpha Phi Alpha rapid expansion inspired the creation of other Black Greek organizations. And the origin of the college-related Black Greek letter organization can be traced back to the Alpha Phi Alpha. And this include the Alpha. Let me share my screen. How they look. It's like
Damn, you was that good back in 1972? You was that woke up all the way back there, Ricky? I've been MLK's 1910 bus 30 miles through jungle. Yeah, you guys were bus. That's right, the bus and shit. You woke up early. Well, go ahead, Joey. Sorry about that. Go ahead.
Alpha Kappa Alpha, founded in 1908 at Howard University.
So Joey, so what this do? This the cultivating of all the coons. So we get all the educated coons and give them like a way to make money through white power. But they're going to do the bidding of white people, Joe. So this is the cultivating of all these coons.
I get it now. Wait,
Yeah.
all from shout out to everyone who's on the building or that on the chat. I see Big Cheese. They're saying, but Kate, we must remember that Martin Luther King was assassinated because he was coming for reparations for Black Americans. Was he?
That was later at the end. They always want to teach him at the end in 68 before he died. Said it's going to have to be reparations because the black people have been ripped out. Yeah. I'm having you go to YouTube and look up that speech, Joe. That's what they say he changed at the end when they killed him. Say, he got me in the car dying laughing by MLK. He in King's ass on King's ass. Yeah. So do this for me, Joe. Say Dr. King's last interview. I think it was the last interview he did before they shot his ass. Before they murdered. Say Dr. King's last interview talking about reparations, Joe, on YouTube. Because that's when he admit. This when he admit. He said, "I think I've led my people into a burning home, and it's been wrong. What I've done, I might have did the wrong thing, but because the white man is still wicked and evil, he's not going to accept this." Go ahead, Joe.
So we suffer from a kind of poverty of the spirit, which stands in glaring contrast to our scientific and technological abundance.
This that PLO Lumumba speaking shit here. This that PLO Lumumba.
The same thing. I was like, hold on. Let me just continue quietly though. But yeah, this is where I think this is Professor Lumumba copying Martin Luther King. Literally.
Of course. I've been said that.
That we have learned to fly the air like birds and We have learned to swim the seas like fish, and yet we haven't learned to walk the earth like brothers and sisters. Racial injustice is still the black man's burden and the white man's shame.
I heard this. This ain't the one, but I listen. But I listen to this one too. This ain't the one I'm looking for. We're gonna play this still, Joe.
We have to face the fact honestly that racial discrimination is present.
But they're racist as shit. Right.
So don't
They're
get
racist as shit.
complacent. Certainly we've made some strides. We made some progress here and there. It hadn't been enough. It hadn't been fast enough. And although we've come a long, long way, we still have a long, long way to go.
Long way. We ain't come no long way.
In 1863, the Negro was freed from the bondage of physical slavery through the Emancipation Proclamation signed by Abraham Lincoln. But the Negro was not given any land to make that freedom meaningful. And you know, it was something like having a man in jail for years and years, and then you suddenly discover that this man is innocent.
That's gonna happen. What happened today?
The system, I feel like they have created globally, because also
Yes, I told you it's a global system, Joby. Yes.
Yeah, we have so many people who are behind bars and they're really innocent, you know.
Free. A man been unjustly jailed for 35 or 40 years, and you just put him out of jail saying, now you are free. You don't give him any bus fare to get to town, no money to buy any clothes, no money to get something to eat. This is what happened to the black man in this country. I can't limit my concern.
Yeah, my can't really take this, man. I'm sorry. Can we look for this one? I can't take that.
yeah, that's cool. Exactly. Pause it. So pause it. See, so we know that's a fact. So when these white people come talking this shit on this bitch shoot, you was given every goddamn thing. Not just land, you were given businesses, you were given homes, you were given everything. So why are you fucked up today? Huh? You were given shit because remember, your people stole this land from people. You're robbers. Same way you do everywhere you go, you rob people shit. And so then they give your people free land. Say build a life with free shit. And then you make sure you keep other shit from everybody else. You were given everything in this country. Just like in Australia. When the black and the little white lady said, I'm indigenous, where's my home then? And the little black girl told you, England? Yeah. You stole shit in Australia. And you were given free land there. Everywhere you went, you stole. Like the free land in South Africa and Zimbabwe. Stolen shit. You built wealth off other people's shit. Go ahead, Joby.
Mm-hmm. That's the
So that was it. Yeah, so it goes deeper than that. That's part of it. It's longer than that. But yeah, that was the end before they killed him. I said, we're coming to get out. Joby keeps saying we ain't supposed to have reparations. Damn that shit, Joby. Every black person on the planet supposed to get their money. Damn that shit you talking about. Everybody black's been exploited.
I don't think I was saying don't deserve reparations. I said in Africa, the main reason I don't condone people asking for reparations is because the people even who are asking for it are no longer even part of. I don't know how to explain it, but I think I've broken it down.
Even the ones in Africa deserve reparations, Joe. Whether you're in Kenya, Ghana, you was exploited, your money was taken, you're impoverished, you deserve your goddamn money. Get out of here. So anyway, just like Aaron Tom's guest said, Aaron Tom's guest said we'll hold people hostage. Aaron Tom's guest today, that lady said we'll hold people hostage at the embassies to get out there and reparations. I said, damn. We'll hold white people hostages, Joby.
I speak about artifacts, which I say Africans should not be demanding artifacts back because majority of the artifacts
That's our shit too. That's what we demand that back.
it is, but you have to be very well educated. We're talking about people like Nana Akufo-Addo and this dumbass, and pardon my language, type of presidents to do what with our artifacts, Keith? Because they already know, and we're talking about the greediness and corruption. They know the worth that these artifacts have been, already betted on. Because if you do research, there's a time I did a whole conversation. Our stolen, I don't know, many things are worth billions in
A
Europe.
billion, exactly. Or billions of dollars, exactly.
Leaders asking them back because they have a price tag on it, or is it because we're spiritually connected to it? Because they are all
Well, still spiritually, but so what? Even if I don't know the spiritual behind, it's still my shit. I don't know. White people don't know the spirit. White people don't know the spiritual meaning behind it. So why should I leave it to them? Damn that! I want my shit back. Get out of here.
I won't speak much about that because that's not what we're focusing on tonight. But
It's right. But anyway, yeah. Well, you brought that. You one brought that crazy shit up.
even does deserve a reparation, if not.
Anyway, so they killed King. The family King was a side. I try to be honest because I was with side. I love King. Everything we know is just a lie. As you start like, man, hey, wait, hold on. As you go digging this dude's past, like, oh man, this some fuck shit. This some damn Jake's cat in a small hat psyop type shit going on. We always get psyop to take us off the real man. Because remember at that time in the 60s, black people, Joby showed all, we can't even show them because we're on YouTube. Joby showed all the militant videos of the youth back then in the 60s. I love them things. We always get them blocked on YouTube when she showed them videos. I'm tired of you white bastards. I'm going to start not, just tell us you're scared. If a man doesn't have any money, then we're going to beat you in the head and take it. That's what black Americans were. We wasn't all that singing songs, holding hands, Martin Luther King shit. That's why they brought him out there. We need to calm down. Let's all love each other. And they always tell black people to calm down. Just like the 2020 riots, when we showed Joby when they brought out the bootleg, Jesse Jackson and Al Sharpton told the Negroes to street calm down. They said, hey, you niggas better get off the block. The block's hot. We're going to fucking hurt your ass. Get the fuck out of here. Get that preacher man hustle shit out of here. How's in Minnesota where Ricky's at? That's a fact. They brought the same bootlegging, the preacher hustle they've been using on black people ever. Hey, you Negroes, calm down. It's going to get better. Let's all talk it out. And then you said, damn that shit. If you old niggas, but you old two Jesus-loving niggas better get off the block or you'll get hit in the head. That's why these preachers were created, to stop revolution and keep you docile and stupid. That's why you get the same plan in Africa. It's the same plan. It's the same. So no, I know. I'm saying, but that's the plan. That's why you see the same thing happening in Africa. The same shit, copy and paste. So there's now another awakening happening, and they're scared because through TikTok, you've had a connection of the diaspora back with the African, learning each other again. That's what they've always been scared of, because the African, they need him docile and stupid and because they sit on the biggest piece of real estate with everything there. they say these goofy niggas in Africa sit on the biggest piece of money. God damn it. We don't want no radical niggas going over there teach them how to be radical and fight us. We need that shit for our civilization. So, go ahead, Jeff. Let me let you read the comments.
Okay, let me go through the comments as I share. I'm still watching the live here of what's going on with Trump, and Joe Biden is just leaving as I continue. I see we have Big Cheese in the house, so we have Fire Entertainment in the house. Shout out to Ricky Snow. I'm not gonna go through the earlier comments. Kit was reading some, but I see Jiba Jabba. For entertainment, I was saying young Gandhi called us kafir, and yet a square in Johannesburg is named after him. I think that's what you meant. It's crazy. I don't know, actually, also for me, Gandhi was a racist. I also learned that when I came here, because if you come to Africa, this man is.
They love, they love exactly the side, but they all loved him until when Ghana found out his race, they took down the statue and tried to tell me, you better not take down the statue, because we all been given the same psyop, Joe, the same power. A group, oh, Gandhi's so great. And I said, well, why are these Indians racist as shit? How are they made man great and they racist as fuck? So that didn't make no sense. That's why I started going back researching this Gandhi motherfucker. And I was one of the first people I know to my man, this Gandhi was racist. What, Keith, what are you talking about? Gandhi is the great Mahat. I said, moron, they expect you not to study these people. They make fake heroes for us. This Gandhi did not like black people. He said we stunk. He's racist as shit. He was a pedophile, sleeping with his, and he's a pedophile sleeping with his own family. Not just, he was an incestuous pedophile. He's committed incest and pedophilia. But he's supposed to be some hero. And then when I started putting, I know it was me. We were bigger back then. We had a big African audience. And that's when Ghana first found out about it and said, oh, we're going to take down this statue. And the Indians said, you niggas bet not take down that statue. Throw them in their country, they better not take down a statue of them. Yeah, we're taking this shit down. What are you talking about? Right? And just like Maria said, this Gandhi statues run around all out in fucking Uganda. That Museveni never took down. The ones that are up, ones that went down were the ones that Idi Amin destroyed. Said, get this shit out of here. And he got in power. He got rid of them. But the ones that remained were the ones Museveni allowed to remain when the Indians came back in and started building some more of that bullshit. Go ahead, Joby.
We have Ricky Snow who says, I meant to say my 8 uncle, 7 auntie, and mother hate Martin Luther King because we lost everything going to school.
Yeah, see? Wow, see? It's been, wow, that many in one family? That's rare, Ricky. Most black families like Big Cheese. We all fucked up in the head. Martin Luther King is like Jesus to us. He's like Jesus, Ricky.
Mm-hmm. Vichy says this is the speech that got him killed. And also Seafire Entertainment says the South Africa black government is still scared to take land back. They keep.
You better believe they are.
I know. I'm gonna help them. After Entertainment, don't worry. I'm here. I'm hero. You know. Also, Sijiba says, me and Tepo, we are the hero. Tepo, if you're listening, come back here kindly. Let's gather.
Tepo ass is listening. Just he listening. But listen, he want to send me them emails.
Ziba Zaba says, let me go back. Ziba says, every black home used to have 3 pictures hanging in the living room.
Jesus, Martin Luther King, who else? JFK. Was it JFK? Yeah. Jibba Jabba?
Yeah.
Okay, yes, I mean, yeah. It was Jesus, white Jesus, MLK, and another white man, they blew his head off. That was John F. Kennedy. You right about that? 2 white crackers, the fake Jesus, the damn John F. Kennedy, and Martin Luther King. You got that. You're right, because my grandmother did have them 3 motherfuckers on her wall. She damn sure did. That's a fact. She damn sure did.
Entertainment says Nelson Mandela is similar to MLK.
He's worse. Nelson Mandela actually had power. He's even worse because MLK never had no power. Nelson Mandela got power. He became the president of South Africa. So if he was really real, could have really did some real changes. He got the land back, but of course he was controlled. He was a puppet, sponsored and sponsored by the Rothschild family, the Beers, and the Oppenheimers. Ain't that funny? They all small hats. Oppenheimer, small hat. Rockefeller, small hat. De Beers, small hat. Ain't that funny? And so he never done shit to help the African people of South Africa. He was a fucking puppet. I don't think he's even the same guy. That's what people are saying. He looked completely different. If you do an age model, I don't think that was even the real mess. I think they did a double on our ass. I don't think that's the same Nelson Mandela that went into prison. I don't believe that's him. I believe I think they made a body double. They did a switcheroo on our ass. Because we don't know how the real world even works. That kind of clandestine treachery. And they probably killed the real Nelson Mandela ass off in prison. and put his ass in the place of lookalike, or surgically made him look like Nelson Mandela would look like. Because remember, when him and as soon as he got out of prison, he divorced Winnie Mandela, who stayed 27 years by his side faithfully, not getting no penis or nothing. 27 years. As soon as he got out of jail, he divorces her, who stood by his side. What low budget ass man gonna do some fuck shit like that? A woman stays by your side for 27 years.
Low budget men.
Yeah.
Only low budget men do that, They
Yeah.
don't see
This woman, and remember, she was the fighter. She was the one that was killing. But she's the one that was, if she caught you spying, they would put a tire around you and light your ass on fire. They throw gasoline on you and light your ass on fire. All because remember, they always sending coon agents like they did with going to a pro counterintelligence with the Black Panthers. They always send black coons in around you. And when she found out who was the traitor, strong black woman she was, your ass was out of there. She wrapped a tire around your ass, light you up with gasoline, and then put your ass on fire. Yeah, she wasn't fucking around. Winnie was the real deal. So, you caught being a traitor around her, she caught you. You could cancel Christmas. Your ass is gone.
Christmas is gone. Bye-bye.
All right.
So, I believe of the dudes around Martin Luther King knew he would be unalive that day, like Jesse Jackson and Andrew
Jesse
Young.
Jackson, though, remember Jesse Jackson, they knew because they were part of his assassination. They showed you members how many people were going to be up there on the stairs. Jesse Jackson would change his shirt when he had blood on him and all made up shit. Because remember, Jackson is Boule too. They're all agents. I don't even believe the assassination shit, really, to tell the truth. I can't prove it. It all sounds fake and fraudulent to me, the way they do shit. I don't even believe that. Yeah, Jim, I'm glad you're showing that right there. Yeah, keep that playing while we're talking.
Also, Simpson says, I hated the Caesar Borgia Jesus Last Supper picture. What is that? Caesar Borgia Jesus. What is that?
Oh, shit. He says he's already here. Temple's India. He's already here.
What?
Right here, he says he's already here. It's me. Oh,
I knew it. I knew it was you. You came here attacking me, telling me I took someone's money, and I knew something is fishy. I knew something was fishy. I was like, who's this? Who knows what? And why?
And there you go. You love. Joby's obsessed with South Africa. Joby loves South Africans. It's crazy. Anyway, go ahead.
So bad. I'm obsessed. No cap.
I know. Joby got the accent down. Like what? What is one of Joby's TikTok? No. Sounds just like them South Africans. I was like, what? Joby good with them damn accents. That shit crazy. Damn Jamaican accent, South African accent, shit crazy.
That's me, But I'll say, says my uncles in the 1960s didn't like him, but was upset when Malcolm X got killed. And I also see Big Cheese says we had Jesus photo that opened his eyes when he got close to it. That's funny. Jason says Emmett said this Nelson Mandela is a clone. And that Jason says I forgot the name of that sister that stabbed or tried to stab.
Oh, tried to stab MLK, yeah, because she said he was a coon. Yeah, the sister. You guys remember what Jason Hill's talking about? The black woman tried to stab Martin Luther King because she knew she said he's trying to destroy us with this integration with these white people. So we were more successful being away from them. And of course, the story got changed. We go through her history. She knew. She tried to say she's crazy. She knew he was a plant, so she tried to stab his ass to death. And remember, guys, whenever they always do the March on Washington, how great. Remember, they control the images. So we grew up in our image looking at the March on Washington and how historic it was in his speech. We didn't know That was only because of the black men in the South who said we're tired of being trampled on and exploited. The African men in the South said we're tired of this shit. We're going to go to Washington and do like that sister did on Iritan's show today from Ghana. Said we're going to stop everything. We're going to stop the damn trains from running. We're going to stop the businesses from business. We're going to put our bodies in the way and shut everything down. And so they overheard that. And that's when they said, oh, we got to get our puppet MLK out in front of this to stop it, to make it like it was their ideals and to stop. Because remember, it was going to be militant. They were going to be disruptive. So they had to stop that. And so you heard Malcolm X talking about it. Malcolm X said they didn't know what was going on. He said, boss, it ain't got nothing to do. Do this for me real quick, Joby.
Yeah.
Go to YouTube. Keep that one over. Go to YouTube. Say Malcolm X tells the truth about the 1963 March on Washington. Say Malcolm X tells the truth about the 1963 March on Washington. The thing is, the Jays, Cat Smart put MLK out in front that to stop what the blacks wanted to do, coming up from Alabama from being treated like shit. So we're tired of it. We're going to Washington. We got to burn this motherfucker down to the ground. That's just what we do. And if it's going to take our lives, so what? We'd rather be dead than exploited. So they were talking about doing some real shit. They said, oh, we got to get somebody to stop this shit. That's where you got the March on Washington from. Nothing to do with no MLK. They put them out in front of it to stop what black people were trying to do. But go ahead, Joby.
Malcolm X tells the truth about 1963 March in...
Yeah, there you go. Malcolm X tells the truth about the 1963 March on Washington. He said, I need you to stop this. I ain't gonna...
When you broke with Elijah Muhammad back in March, you said it was because the black Muslims were too narrowly sectarian and inhibited, and because Elijah Muhammad had become blindly jealous of you and the personal following you had gathered.
I said the first part, but the last part, I didn't say that Elijah Muhammad himself had become blindly jealous. I mentioned that it was his family and the officials in Chicago. Everything that I said always was designed to protect Mr. Muhammad himself, primarily because the image that he had created was the image that enabled his followers to...
See, they need a countermeasure to him. Martin Luther King is the countermeasure, the sober measure of Malcolm X. That's what they do. Malcolm X was too radical. So they needed a sober measure for black people to follow. And so they countermeasured Malcolm X with MLK. That's what happened. These are all the CIA documents. This is known. It's not my opinion. This is a fact. Go ahead, Joby.
Things of that sort. And I didn't want to see any adverse effect or negative result develop in the faith of all of his followers.
Mm-hmm.
But actually, despite the fact that I tried to protect the Muslim movement, if you'll notice, they use their newspaper to slander me and to label me as a hypocrite and as a rebel. And Mr. Muhammad himself said that I defected. Well, in reality, I never even left the Muslim movement. They put me out.
But yeah, remember, pause it. Joby. So remember, Malcolm X was becoming too famous, and these other moronic religious Negroes were getting jealous. And also, the white Arab world that came to Malcolm X, he said, just leave these goofy niggas alone. We're going to give you millions, and we're going to set you up as an imam in Africa or some other place because you're too well known now. We're just going to, because they wanted to use his influence. Malcolm's influence became so big, and like you said, it was a threat, especially a threat to the United States, where they had to kill his ass. 65, he became a threat to white power, real threat. So when they came to him, everybody knows that he turned it down. He said, "No, I don't do that. I do not betray, especially not for no money. I don't betray people for money." So I'm trying to walk a righteous path, but not. Even though I have an argument with the person who brought me out of darkness, his ass ain't no good either. I'm still not going to betray him because that's still a thing of betrayal. See, Malcolm X was the most righteous motherfucker we've ever had. See, they had to make him evil because they were propping up Martin Luther King. They told you this man never cheated, never did none of this shit. With all the women coming after he was the most. He was like what did she actually? He was like a church mouse. He's the most right because remember he dedicated his life to lifting black people up globally, not America. He said the African nation, African people, globally are suffering under white supremacy. See, he was a threat globally. See, Malcolm's was global. MLK was only in the South of America. They made him big after he died and all the propaganda. But Malcolm X was a universal, a world leader. That's why he was more dangerous than any MLK. He was a world leader when he went to Kenya, helped the kid. Everywhere else, he was dangerous. Because he was going to Africa. He said, we got to hook Africa up with the diaspora. You never heard MLK say a damn thing about Africa. That's why Malcolm X was a threat to global white power and called it what it is. He said, he told you, how can all these black people globally who are the majority be ruled by a small white minority? How can that be? Unless their minds are fucked up. Because our minds have been colonized. Our minds have been fucked up. He said it doesn't make sense. How can the global majority, which are black people, be ruled by a tiny minority? Yeah, because our minds were taken. Go ahead, Joby.
Muhammad's son, Wallace Muhammad himself. They put me out and they put him out.
Well, now, first of all, let's find out what it is that Wallace Muhammad, Elijah Muhammad's son, told you.
Well, number one, if you notice, the stick that I always used in presenting, representing, and defending the Muslim movement was the fact that it had the ability to reform the morals of the so-called Negro community. It eliminated drug addiction,
drinking,
fornication, adultery,
sexual behavior, cheating on your women, being responsible.
It eliminated bastard babies, illegitimate children. Well, as long as I knew that this was what it represented and it gave me a strong stick, I could represent it and defend it. But we had a law which was that whenever any Muslim became involved in any kind of sexual relationship with someone.
And remember, their Muslim is not Islam. The Muslim they do is not Islam, okay? He's calling himself a Muslim, but it's not Muslim, it's not Islam. Okay, say, hey man, we want to give you money to do real Islam. Remember the Muslim, he's talking about some made up goofy shit. It's not Islam at all. It's some made up shit that Elijah Muhammad and this other guy, Master Faraj, just made up out of whole cloth. It's actually goofy as hell. Go ahead, Joe.
Be brought before the Muslim community, humiliated, and then isolated from 1 to 5 years. This was our law. Well, in 1954, a teenage sister left Detroit and became one of Mr. Muhammad's personal secretaries.
He was fucking them all.
There in the Chicago office, she became pregnant after being there for a year, and she was
fucking all these
before
babies.
the Muslim community and humiliated and isolated. And a year later, another secretary, this time one from Lansing, Michigan, came to Chicago. She also became pregnant. She was brought before the community and humiliated and isolated. And because the other person was never brought forth during this,
who's the father?
It was
it was your leader fucking these
Muhammad's
babies.
followers that it was a non-Muslim who was the other party. Well, we grew so rapidly until that in 1957 or 58. The secretarial staff was expanded to, I think, 8 teenage sisters. In 1959, 6 of them disappeared. 2 of them reappeared in Philadelphia about 2 or 3 months later, and they were all right.
He was putting his dick in all that coochie.
Reappeared in 1960. All 4 of them had babies. All 4 of them had become involved with someone and become pregnant and had these children. So it was.
So remember. Malcolm at the time got married, and his wife started to say, dear heart, you understand somebody that they're playing in your face? See, a woman can see shit that you don't want to see. He said the movement is because of you. The movement existed because of him. He was the movement. Nobody knew who these other goofy motherfuckers were. So So they come to him, say, let him know that your boss has been fucking us all, fucking all these teenagers, all these kids. And it shook him to his core. See, it destroyed his very foundation because remember, Malcolm X is a moral man. No, especially not having sex with children, and you got them cheating on your wife, and so it shook him. Remember, it shook him to his very core, his very humanity. He was fucked up. Like in the movie said, even though the movie's partly garbage, but the movie's got it right. Said when he said when his wife comes and said, "You'll do anything but deal with betrayal." Malcolm, you've been betrayed, baby. You've been betrayed. Remember, that's when he has the shotgun. That's the Black Ops 5 Network logo. When he's got the shotgun when they're coming after his ass in his house and tried to kill his babies, tried to kill his daughters. He's at the house from the same motherfuckers he made into a national movement, and it became a world movement. They coming to kill his ass because he found out that their leader was fucking all these babies. Having sex with all these children and shit. They'll dash all these. I told them, well, you'll get involved with none of these religious morons. If they get access to young coochie, they'll do it. It's crazy. It's crazy.
When the four of them got back to Chicago and began to compare notes, they found that the same man had told all of them the same story and had made all of them pregnant. That the same man was the father of all four of their children and had also been the father of the children brought forth by the two secretaries who preceded them. So this story was kept among these sisters until 1962. Two of them rebelled against the person who was responsible and began to tell the story all over the city of Chicago. It caused many of the Muslims in the Chicago mosque to leave and go back out in the street. They knew it. And I knew nothing about it until 1963 when
he was in New York.
Mr. Muhammad's son, who had been in prison, came out, and he had been a minister, and he was very religious and spiritual. And when he began to hear these rumors around Chicago, he went to one of the sisters, and the sister admitted to him that the rumor was true. And it was he who first told me about it. And when he told me about it, I wrote to Mr. Muhammad and told him about it, and he admitted that he had a knowledge of it, and that he'd given me a religious explanation that would fit into prophecy and all of that. So I was quiet. And it wasn't until October of 1963 that it came up again. And when it came up again, I realized that the same person who had made these other sisters pregnant was still busy doing the same thing. He hadn't stopped. Two of the sisters had two children by the same man. And one of those two sisters was pregnant still, getting ready to have a third child by the same man. So when it was known among the Chicago officials that I had a knowledge of this, they became very fearful of me. They became very antagonistic toward me, and they had to do something to diminish the authority that I had, for fear that if this became public knowledge, the followers would leave the Muslim movement and follow me. And it was at that time that they used the
they were only there because of him. So we know that they were like five motherfuckers in that group of shit till Malcolm became part of it. The movement was him. And that's where all the jealousy came out. See, that's what I don't want to be no niggas are always jealous. The jealousy came at because he was the pious one. They getting rich off the people getting all that same church hustle shit, giving money to them people. That's what his wife said. Dear heart, what do we have? All the money that they're bringing in, and we don't have anything to feed our daughters with. Woman's gonna tell you the truth. Look at the old raggedy car we driving. And all the people coming here because of you. The money comes from you. Ain't no you, and we don't got a goddamn dime. Them is always go back to the church hustle shit. Hey, we need some tithing and money and all that old shit. Right? Everybody was getting rich, but Malcolm was impoverished. Because Malcolm was real. He was believing the shit was real. Help black people globally and do the right thing. They're like, nah, nigga, this about is getting some money and getting some young coochie. But this ain't the video I want. This ain't the video I want. Let me see if I can find it for Joby real quick. So he was shattered. He was shattered when that happened. Like, oh man, this some book. Because remember, he was upset because he made the movement to a power. Yeah. You go to one of the other ones. Yeah, probably. Remember, he made the movement of power. And so they conspired. We know it's a fact. that Muslim movement conspired with the CIA, the New York police, to have him murdered. And all involved in the shit. We know this a fact today. We really knew it then, but of course they covered it up. We know that one Farrakhan and all these motherfuckers were involved. Farrakhan, no good ass, and the rest of these Muslims conspired with the CIA and the New York police to assassinate Malcolm X. Okay? He was assassinated by white power with the help of these moronic, jealous ass niggas. That's what I told you about Ibram Torre don't trust none of these niggas around you. You make sure every day you got some tests to prove their loyalty to you. Don't allow none of these niggas in your inner circle. Because they'll sell your ass out. Because of their jealousy. Why is he the leader? Why is he the big head nigga? All these Negroes got the big head nigga syndrome. Well, I'm not the big head nigga. Why not me?
I don't know which one. I'm not sure which one is true or which one is.
I'm just trying to go. Anyone to say? Go to read some of the titles, Joby. What are some of the titles saying? Because we're looking for the one when he exposes the March on Washington. When he exposes that shit and said this was really about. It wasn't about no damn civil rights movement. They had to put a fake movement out in front because the guys, the blacks from Alabama were coming up to disrupt things. See what that was.
They put their... Today, in our discussion of minority groups, we have with us two guests. One is Minister Malcolm X. Shabazz, one of the top leaders of the Nation of Islam, or the so-called Black Muslims. And we also have Mr. Herman Blake, one of the teaching assistants in the course. We will discuss today some of the goals and some of the strategies of the Nation of Islam. And I wonder if Mr. Blake might start it off by asking Mr. Shabazz a question.
Minister Malcolm, the thing that I thought might be good for starting it off is to talk about one of the most pervasive beliefs in the general society about the Nation of Islam, and that is that it is an organization dedicated to the use of violent means to attain its goals. The question I have is, how true is this, and why do you think it persists in society?
Well, the Muslims who have accepted the religion of Islam and follow the religious guidance of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad have never bombed any churches, have never murdered any little girls, as was done in Birmingham, have never lynched anybody.
Okay, Joby, I got it. I got it, Joby. Here you go. I got it. Let me send it to you. Exactly. I'm sending it to you now, Joby. I'm sending it to you now.
Okay.
Of initiating any aggressive acts of violence during the entire 33 years or more that the Honorable Elijah Muhammad has been teaching us.
All right, Joby, I sent it to you.
Against us actually stems from the guilt
Check your WhatsApp.
that exists in the conscious and subconscious minds of most white people in this country. They know that they've been violent.
But listen, telling you, when you got fake revolutions like a Nelson Mandela and how they make fake revolutions. White people always put up their fake revolutionaries, knowing black people are not smart enough to understand the propaganda and what they do. Just like Temple ass. We didn't know that was Temple ass up in there. He infiltrated. Temple infiltrated. Joby kind of knew, but didn't know.
Yeah, I didn't know, man. We missed you too.
Temple infiltrated, goddammit. And so they always make us fake leaders. Right? They always give us fake leaders in the black community because that makes see this like a stopgap because we know we get angry. We want some justice to get done. So they give us a fake leader to follow for years and that'll dissipate the anger within the community. Say, oh man, we thought shit didn't change. Let's just go back to working for these crackers again and let's regroup. So nothing ever changes. So that's the scam. Go ahead, Joker.
I would like to just mention one thing else quickly, and that is the method that the white man uses, how the white man uses these big guns or Negro leaders against the black revolution. They're not a part of the black revolution. They're used against the black revolution. When Martin Luther King failed to desegregate Albany, Georgia, the civil rights struggle in America reached its low point. King became bankrupt almost as a leader. Plus, even financially, the Southern Christian Leadership Conference was in financial trouble. Plus, it was in trouble, period, with the people when they failed to desegregate Albany, Georgia. Other Negro civil rights leaders of so-called national stature became fallen idols.
Pause that, Joby. Pause that for a second. Pause that. Now, I want you to see globally. This is how you treat as African people globally. This is South Africa. Wherever they go, this is how they treat us globally. The idea that you're a different people, you're stupid. This is how they treat us globally. I don't care if you're sitting here in Zimbabwe, South Africa, Kenya. There's a white man in Kenya I showed you a month ago on big-ass land in Kenya. Say, he told you I stole the land. Yeah, we stole it from the Kenyan. So you plan to give it back? He said, no. They don't know. They made us rich. This is my family wealth. You know. Yeah, we stole it. He told the truth. Yeah, we stole it. You know, you ain't buy it. Somebody never bought no land in South Africa. You know? Because remember, Kenya was supposed to be the next South Africa. The white man. Go ahead, Joby.
Foreign idols begin to lose their prestige and influence. Local Negro leaders begin to stir up the masses. In Cambridge, Maryland, Gloria Richardson. In Danville, Virginia, and other parts of the country, local leaders begin to stir up our people at the grassroots level. This was never done by these Negroes whom you recognize of national stature. They controlled you, but they never incited you or excited you. They controlled you. They contained you. They kept you on the plantation. As soon as King failed in Birmingham, Negroes took to the streets. King got out and went out to California to a big rally and raised about, I don't know how many thousands of dollars. Come to Detroit and had a march and raised some more thousands of dollars. And recall, right after that, Wilkins attacked King. Accused King and the Corps of starting trouble everywhere and then making the NAACP get him out of jail and spend a lot of money. And then he accused King and Corps of raising all the money and not paying it back. This happened. I got it in documented evidence in the newspaper. Roy started attacking King.
Pause it. And remember, the NAACP was created by the Jays. It's not a black organization. These Negroes didn't run nothing but their mouth in that shit. The front men, the cats with the small hats created the NAACP. Why does it work? And remember the famous black woman, the strong black woman back then was I'm at a break, but what's her name? She said she refused to be part of it because she know black people didn't create it. What's the reporter sister in the late 1800s, early 1900s? What's her name? It'll come back to me. The sister said, "No, this is not a black movement. It's a fake black movement. We don't run it. They always make these fake black movements, like Black Lives Matter. Ain't got shit to do with black people. This fake Black Lives Matter was started by who? The cats with the small hats again. What was her name? Oh, damn, what was the sister's name who refused to be part of it? And she also talking about the suffragist movement. What's her name? Since you got Ida B. Wells. Thanks, Ida B. Wells. I'm not part of this bullshit. Ida B. Wells said, this ain't no black, created by no black people. And all these suffragettes are racist as shit. So why would I join these white women who hate me as a black woman? But yeah, she refused to join the NAACP. Ida B. Wells said, you kick rocks. You see, in all these fake movements, that's what MLK's a part of. He don't know that's not black. This is 50 years later. He don't know that is created by the cats with the small hats. I told you, always some boule shit. The boule. How about that? Co-opted, as Malcolm X is telling you, fake Negro revolution. They're not no revolution. They're controlled opposition. That's what they are. Go ahead, Joby.
Farmers started attacking both of them. And as these Negroes of national stature begin to attack each other, they begin to lose their control of the Negro masses. And Negroes was out there in the streets. They was talking about we're going to march on Washington. By the way, right at that time, Birmingham had exploded, and the Negroes in Birmingham, remember, they also exploded. They began to stab the crackers in the back and bust them.
Yeah, bust them in the head, brother. They started stabbing crackers in the back, bust them in the head. Said we're going to go to Washington and fucking tear this bitch down. We're tired of this damn exploitation. See, they were going to Washington already. And then that's what the cats say, you'll tell the truth. They say, oh, whoa, you got to, and President Kennedy, one who got shot, they say, hey, they called in Martin Luther King, say, hey, you got to put a stop to this shit. Your people about to ride and tear up shit and planes, you got to put a stop to it. And he told me, I don't got nothing to do with this. Because they already threw Martin Luther King under the bus. Get out of here with that fuck shit. Right? And so the Jays raised the money and created another movement to capture the movement of the angry black people. They always want to capture your movement and then maneuver it to somewhere they want to go, which is nowhere. No revolution at all. But go ahead, Joby.
Upside the head, yes, they did. That's when Kennedy sent in the truth down in Birmingham. So, and right after that, Kennedy got on the television and said, this is a moral issue. That's when he said he's going to put out a civil rights bill. And when he mentioned civil rights bill and the Southern crackers start talking about they were going to boycott it or filibuster, then the Negroes start talking about what? We're going to march on Washington, march on the Senate, march on the White House, march on the Congress, and tie it up, bring it to a halt. Don't let the government proceed. They even said they were going to go out to the airport and lay down on the runway and let the airplanes land. I'm telling you what they said. That was revolution. That was revolution. That was the black revolution. It was the grassroots out there in the street. Scared the white man to death. Scared the white power structure in Washington, D.C. to death.
Somebody called King ass up.
They found out that this black steamroller was going to come down on the Capitol. They called in Wilkins. They called in Randolph. They called in these national Negro leaders that you respect and told them, call it off. Kennedy said, look, y'all letting this thing go too far. And old Tom said, boss, I can't stop it because I didn't start it.
What's that, Joby? What's that, Joby? What's that? So remember we talked about Tom is Uncle Tom. So Malcolm X is calling all these bootlicking Negroes Uncle Toms. Call them Toms. This is derogatory. Remember we did the cartoon? He said, my house is, boss, your house is, we got a good house here, don't we, boss?
Yeah, I remember.
So that, yeah, so he's calling them all Uncle Toms, all bootlicking niggas to crackers.
I'm telling you what they said. They said I'm not even in it, much less at the head of it. They said these Negroes are doing things on their own. They're running ahead of us. And that old shrewd fox, he said, well, if you all aren't in it, I'll put you in it. I'll put you at the head of it. I'll endorse it. I'll welcome it. I'll help it. I'll join it. A matter of hours went by. They had a meeting at the Carlisle Hotel in New York City. The Carlisle Hotel is owned by the Kennedy family. That's the hotel Kennedy spent the night at 2 nights ago. Belongs to his family. A philanthropic society headed by a white man named Stephen Currier called all the top civil rights leaders together at the Carlisle Hotel and told them that by you all fighting each other, you're destroying the civil rights movement. And since you're fighting over money from white liberals, let us set up what's known as the Council for United Civil Rights Leadership. Let's form this council, and all the civil rights organizations will belong to it. And we'll use it for fundraising purposes. Let me show you how tricky the white man is. And as soon as they got it formed, they elected Whitney Young as the chairman. And who you think became the co-chairman? Stephen Currier, the white man. A millionaire. Powell was talking about it down at the Cobo today. Exactly. This is what he was talking about. Powell knows it happened. Randolph knows it happened. Wilkins knows it happened. King knows it happened. Every one of that so-called Big Six. They know what happened.
Big head niggas know what happened.
Once they formed it, with the white man over it,
yeah,
he promised them and gave them $800,000 to split up between the Big Six, and told them that after the march was over, they'd give them $700,000 more. $1.5 million.
Calm these niggas down.
Between leaders that you've been following, going to jail for, crying crocodile tears for, and they've nothing but Frank James and Jesse James and what you call it brothers.
What you call it brothers? Outlaws.
Soon as they got the setup organized, the white man made available to them top public relations experts.
Yep.
Opened the news media across the country.
So pause the joke. So propaganda. Pause the joke. So he's talking about PR. PR is propaganda. So they're starting now making propaganda. How do we frame this on all the media, all the newspapers? So he's telling you they're starting now to make a propaganda movement for us to now support King. And I have when you got the I have a dream bullshit speech that went global, and everybody used this shit, but it was a PR stunt, a propaganda. It was never goddamn from the grassroots. It was never goddamn organic. It was all made, all fake, all phony, all propagandized to us. And this shit's all our damn history books in school. Told a fake ass lie. So they put the PR, put in the magazines, we're going to build this up. We're going to bring Dr. King in. It's going to be a great speech. Go ahead, Joey.
These Big Six as the leaders of the march. They weren't even in the march. You was talking this march talk on Hastings Street. Is Hastings Street still here? On Hastings Street. You was talking the march talk on Lenox Avenue. And down on, Fillmore Street. And Central Avenue. And 42nd Street and 63rd Street. That's where the march talk was being talked. But the white man put the Big Six ahead of it. Made them the march. They be the same white element that put Kennedy in power. Yep. Labor, the Catholics,
same white Potter shot his ass in the head, the Jays.
Protestants. Same clique that put Kennedy in power joined the March on Washington. It's just like when you got some coffee that's too black, which means it's too strong. What you do, you integrate cream. You make it weak. If you pour too much cream in, you won't even know you ever had coffee. It used to be hot, it becomes cool. It used to be strong, it becomes weak. It used to wake you up, now it'll put you to sleep. This is what they did with the March on Washington. They joined it. They didn't integrate it, they infiltrated it. They joined it, became a part of it. Took it over. Nothing but a circus with clowns and all. You had one right here in Detroit. I saw it on television. with clowns leading, white clowns and black clowns. I know you don't like what I'm saying, but I'm going to tell you anyway, because I can prove what I'm saying. If you think I'm telling you wrong, you bring me Martin Luther King and A. Philip Randolph and James Farmer and those other three, and see if they'll deny it over a microphone. No, it was a sellout. It was a takeover. When James Baldwin came in from Paris, they wouldn't let him talk because they couldn't make him go by the script. Burt Lancaster wrote the speech that Baldwin was supposed to make. They wouldn't let Baldwin get up there because they know Baldwin's liable to say anything. They controlled it so tight, they told those Negroes what time to hit town, how to come, where to stop, what sign to carry, what speech they could make, and what speech they
That's how they do it. See, remember, this was starting it was a militant movement. It was a revolution. So the white man said, we can't stop, let's get control of it, and let's back it, and we'll take the energy out of this shit and make it weak. And remember, that became a feel good. We all hold hands. My son's in the stands with little white kids. We hold hands and love each other. Like, what? See, we didn't know none of this backstory growing up. We're not taught none of this in no school ever. We don't know the backstory about the March on Washington, that it was co-opted by the Kennedys and the Jays. We don't know none of that. All we're told that Martin Luther King came together and gave a great speech to love white people, and we should love all crackers and everybody's equal, yay. Or we still getting beat in the head and fucked up. Because I took away the revolutionary energy and gave it to some watered down shit that never changed that. And that's the big thing about the March on Washington, the March on Washington, the March on Washington. Well, what did it do? Because we're talking about it so much in history. Not a goddamn thing. Some feel-good bullshit. Then we found out, they say, oh, what a great speech, one of the greatest speeches Martin Luther King ever gave. We found out it was a little small hat next to him who wrote that bullshit. The MLK didn't know what he was going to say. He just put out his hands, more propaganda. There was a small hat to his left who wrote down that bullshit for him to say. You get it? We talk this all kind of lies. That's why we grow up just worshiping shit. We don't know why we worship Martin Luther King and all this. We're giving all this propaganda. But go ahead, Joey.
I'm by sundown.
I'm gonna get his ass out, get him out by sundown.
And every one of those toms were out of town by sundown. Now, I know
Get
you
your
don't
ass
like
out
my saying this, but I can back it up. It was a circus, a performance that beat anything Hollywood could ever do. The performance of the year. Luther and those other three devils should get a Academy Award for best actors because they acted like they really loved Negroes and fooled a whole lot of Negroes. And the 6 Negro leaders should get an award too for the best supporting cast.
Yeah. That's why we've been in the situation we've been in. Okay?
That's the video. That's the end of that video over there. Shout out to Martin Luther King. Shout out to Malcolm X. Shout out to those who are caught up in everything. You know, that's all I'm gonna say as we come to winding up. Any closing remarks, maybe Keith, you have? I think we've gone through.
I'm gonna say welcome back, Temple, you slick bastard. You know, welcome back, Temple, you impotent, you slick bastard. Shout out to you.
That was a good way of you coming back. You know, you just had to come back with Fire Entertainment. And then you just told me, because I remember the first comment you made, Joby, I heard you took someone's money. I'm like, who the heck is this? You No, but yeah, welcome back, Temple. We missed you so much. Hope you're doing amazing. Hope you've been doing amazing. Hope you're ready to receive me because I'm coming back. I'm coming down to South Africa. So you better stay ready. You better stay ready.
And tell them Joe your South African piano accent. Remember, Temple said he don't listen to that shit, remember?
I don't care if he listens to it or not. I'm a guest. I'm the guest, not him. It's me. I'm the guest. So if you're the guest, even if you don't tolerate some bullshit, you'll have to tolerate at some point. You know?
Yeah,
At some point.
I know he's back. That's good because I'm going to send you guys down there at the end of the year. I know that was even Temple. That's even better. You guys can hook up with Temple. Oh.
Don't let her in. And second, I'm a very good person. Myself, I'm a good host. You know, so imagine me being hosted.
You know,
to be nice.
Joe Mosquito must not be in the room because he be talking shit right now.
Yeah, Joe Mosquito is right here.
But remember, Temple, they're only coming down to visit. They're not coming down to immigrate. Calm down.
I'm coming to find my husband. I am coming to find.
Come to find a husband. Maybe later on, Joe might immigrate. I don't know.
Trust me, yesterday I was watching. Man, South Africa is really beautiful because I don't know. It was.
It's beautiful.
It was ranked. I don't know amongst which top countries. I can't remember, but it was amongst the best developed something country.
In Africa, definitely, it's beautiful. Yes. South Africa is very beautiful.
Yeah, because I love Amapiano so much. So I love Amapiano because you're gonna see. I love the culture of the people, just the dancing, the vibe. I feel like South Africans are really full-spirited people, and I like that. You know,
As long as they know you're not staying your ass there.
I'm staying. I came to stay. I came to find my husband. So meaning I am relocating. You know, I am not located in Kenya. It is South Africa. So stay ready. Much love, family. Have yourselves a beautiful day, you know, and take care. See you guys, of course, tomorrow, same time, same place. But
What's love, family? I'm not busy. I'm gonna see if I can come on. You know, I gotta go to this hotel. I'm gonna see if I can come on tonight, if I can. I'm not saying I will. If I'm in the hotel, I get the hotel. I'll be sleeping. I did my 2 shows the weekend, so I'm gonna try. If I can't come back, I don't got no. I got my phone. I don't got no computer. I stopped taking that with me. I said you must love to lug around. But if I can, I'll come back on just for a little while and just shoot the shit.
Lazy. These are lazy. Guys, if you want to keep up with the lies, that is on you. But yeah, so looking forward, of course. If it's gonna come back, that is okay. I run into Spikes doing the Swahili class. I don't know. Yeah.
I didn't know. Joby didn't tell me that Shamani wanted to do the Swahili class. I didn't remember she did. I think she would have been a better Swahili, but I don't think Shamani can stay home no damn all weekend and do that shit. Huh?
She can if she's not busy.
No, do it for 2 hours. So, so
it's busy.
That's why. So that's why I brought Spikes back. Because Spikes was begging me for a job. He's broke. I said, okay, Spikes, but you can never come back to the studio. So I know. Joby just mad because that HR wanted that other girl. I said, no.
Excuse me. Now, why did they even get in that conversation?
he said, Joby just mad because HR didn't want her. He wanted that other girl. I said, no, Spike.
Excuse me, don't even get me fired up. Like, don't even get me. Don't do that, kid. Like, what? Excuse me, Spikes, please don't try me. I'm telling you, don't try me. I'm not the one. You know that. Don't try me. I want no one but myself and my job. Leave me alone.
I said, Spikes, you never allowed back in the studio again. You did so much heinous shit. I begged to let you come back in last. So if you do it from home, and I'll let you do it from home for a couple of days. But you can never go back into the studio ever again, Joe. Ever, ever. Oh, so no, it's all what Joby said. Yeah, she's the boss. I can't. Yeah, what she says, dummy. Yeah. Yeah. You're asking me to try to bring you back. I'll bring you back, but you gotta stay there where you're at. I'll give you. I'll let you teach Swahili. You're lucky I didn't know about Shamani. I forgot because I would have hired Shamani. I would have made Shamani do it. Because everybody wants to see a pretty woman do it anyway. Then Spike's no good, dusty ass. So if I would have knew then, I would have pushed Shamani. But now I can't just get rid of his ass now. Don't be my ass back on tonight. Disrespecting him. Okay. I know I'm fucked up. Disrespecting MLK. I know I'm fucked up.
Yeah, but much love, family. Have yourselves a beautiful day, beautiful time. Whatever you're doing, stay safe and see you guys tomorrow. We are signing out. Peace.
Peace. Jovi just ready to get her ass home.